What's up, guys? Welcome back to my next episode of the IMDB Top 250. The next on the list is Mad Max. Mad Max, directed by George Miller. It's about a woman who rebels against a tyrannical ruler in a post-apocalyptic era and search for her homeland with the help of a group of female prisoners. A psychotic worshiper and a drifter named Max. This movie was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. Great action sequences. I know that the director George Miller was very keen on having practical effects other than CGI, so that kind of gives it a different look to it. I mean, if you compare it to most movies nowadays, it was, the action sequences were just incredible to watch. The soundtrack is one of my favorites that I've ever heard. In this case, the soundtrack really goes with the action in this film, and it's a very fast-paced film. There's always a lot going on. The soundtrack just really it's very cohesive with the action sequences, and it's just a lot of fun to watch. The characters are all really they're just all badasses. Max, who's played by Tom Hardy, he's basically a really quiet character who basically just is trying to escape. He started out as a in the beginning of the movie, he's a prisoner and he just tries to get out. He then runs into Furiosa, who is played by Charlize Theron, and then he decides to help her with her search to find her home, which is a land where there's just only female fighters, basically. The movies, they're just on the run, basically the entire time. It's a very fast-paced film. A lot is happening. A lot of explosions. You can tell the relationship they have with one another is starts off kind of rocky, but it just grows into respect. There's a lot of interesting looking people. The costumes, the costume designs, they're just it's very bizarre. The characters, it is in a post-apocalyptic era, so they basically all look kind of like trash people, and they're basically trying to live off of the last resources of what the planet has to offer. This movie definitely pumps you up. It's very exciting to watch. There's a lot of bizarre sequences. Just very interesting looking people. Kind of deformation as well. Kind of disfigured people. The ruler, for example, he looks like some sort of alien type creature. It's just that they put a lot of work into the costume design and the look of the characters, which is it's a really nice touch. And my favorite is the portrayal of Max by Tom Hardy. He just plays such a quiet but very brutal character who can't really catch a break. It's quite funny how he just tries to just have some time off, but he's always running into a new obstacle, and he tries to get out. Basically getting out of certain situations where there's always a new problem. For the cinematography, they've used a lot of bright colors. Also, just some of the shots were like very beautifully edited. There are some crazy characters in this film, to the point where it's kind of ridiculous and quite funny. I guess that was, in a way, his goal, the director's goal. It's just super, these eccentric type characters with a form of disability, because it's a post-apocalyptic, and these people are just trying to live through this situation that they're in. I don't really know. Maybe I don't really know if they what the exact cause is. Probably the lack of resources, and people are just trying to scavenge through things, and then they just build these vehicles, for example, with trash. It's just basically all trash. Everything's made out of trash, or old materials, and they just, well, there's just a lot of effort that's been put into the production design of the whole thing. Really, really enjoyable movie. It's great to watch. Would definitely recommend it, especially to people who've seen the original trilogy. Well, most people like the second part, Road Warrior, which stars Mel Gibson. If people enjoyed that movie, they probably will enjoy this one. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for sure. Yeah, that's basically what I have to say about this film. Thanks for listening. Till next time.